over, like actually over. I got a little teary-eyed. Like, who wouldn't? Like, I don't know. Like I said, 47 years of this. Wonderful. And then I love how they gave Lori, like, her ending. Do you know what I mean? Like, quiet house, peaceful, nice guy that she's talking to, and that's it. Like, there's no extra anything about it. I do have a question, though, about the series. Like, in H2O, didn't she have a son? And then it goes further, and she has a daughter and no son? It doesn't address that, and maybe I missed it. Maybe I missed the addressing of the son versus daughter. Maybe it's just one of those switches where we're just supposed to act like that's how it's always been, which I can do that. That's fine by me. Anyways, that was my slasher series experience. I regret the money that I spent to rent Nightmare on Elm Street. Like, any of them. What a waste. Let's see. For Halloween, I went as Debbie Thornberry to a haunted house. It was... First off, I did not nail that costume. I did, but, like, not to the degree that I would like. I've gained a lot of weight since 2020, and the clothes that I had on were, like, too tight to reflect the bagginess of Debbie Thornberry. So that was kind of a vibe kill. And then I went to a rave as Tinkerbell. And everything about that costume just was bad. Like, I thought that I was putting a cute little twist on it, but my wings came and they were too small. And so I bought butterfly wings and tried to DIY them into fairy wings. It was a wild ride. That was, like, I wasn't satisfied. But next year, I plan on having a redemption arc. And I'm redoing Tinkerbell and Debbie Thornberry. Just because, like, I feel like I deserve to be able to do them right. I've always wanted to do Tinkerbell. I have this love of doing, like, iconic characters chubby. I love it. So I'm going to redo Tinkerbell and Debbie Thornberry next year. I was also supposed to go as Magenta to the Rocky Horror showing at our library theater. I caught COVID, so we did not go to that. And so my Magenta costume is hung up in the closet, waiting for next year. So, and then, you know, on Halloween, when I took my girls trick-or-treating, I just did kind of like modern but traditional witch look. Like, I just, high boots, hat, black sweater, and jeans. You know what I mean? Like, it looked very chic. It was cute. I looked cute. Walked all around town. My oldest was a bat and my youngest was Sam from Trick or Treat, which, by the way, watched that movie. Love that movie. Big fan. But we let our girls watch it, right? Because we know the two sex scenes that we just kind of fast forward through. Like, we know when they're coming. We fast forward them, right? The porno on the TV at the beginning. And then when the women are shape-shifting into the werewolves for, like, the first half of that, that's, like, real sexual. Did not realize, despite watching this movie, I don't know how many times, that there's somebody literally butt-fucking in the background behind the one teacher when she opens the door. Didn't realize it. Also, never registered that that is exactly what the kid says. Did I just see Mr. So-and-so butt-fucking a pig? Why did that not register to me? And so I don't think my children caught it, but future reference, I will be fast forwarding that. I mean, they probably don't need to see it again until they're like way older, but my youngest, she loves Sam from that movie, so that's what she went as. Let's see. Oh, we went to the. So let's talk about the rave. The rave is hosted locally, and it's hosted by Project Lumosity. Her name is Jordan, I think. I'm pretty sure is the girl who like runs it all. I could be wrong. She's super sweet. Every time I've encountered her, she's like very, very sweet. She's adorable. And she just hosts raves, and it was fun, but I think I'm a little older. Like I just wasn't feeling like the rave vibe. Not to mention that my costume, like I wore heels, which I should have not done. And the dress that I had on was like tight in all the wrong places. And the wings, like I said before, like I messed up every part of my costume. So maybe if she hosts one next year, I'll try again. That should be fun. But I ended up going to a local bar. I ended up going to Grumpy's in my Tinkerbell costume. And I was with my like two best pals, Rachel and Tiffany. And it was fun. Like, we had a good time. Despite the costume. Like, I felt super uncomfortable in my costume, but still had a great time. Took me 3 days to recover. And I thought that was because I'm older now, but I figured it out. I was mixing liquors. Here's the thing. I don't mix booze. I have a very set system when I go out to drink and listen to my recipe for a successful night out. Okay, because it's worked wonders. And anytime I've strayed from that, I'm laying on the couch for a couple days afterwards. So here goes. I start with my drink. Okay, my drink is just vodka cranberries. I like it because it's very straight and to the point. Okay, and like cranberry juice, it prevents UTIs. It keeps a good bodily, like female, body health. I'm saying it wrong, but you know what I mean. So I always just go with vodka cranberries. I've tried numerous drinks. Some are too sweet. Some are too fucking heavy. So I just like a vodka cranberry. Okay. Keep it classic. Drink about 5 of those. I'm starting to feel good. Starting to feel great. Probably drunk by then. So I switched to water and I drink two cups of water. And I'm still drunk, right? I'm just drunk drinking water, like just vibing, dancing, drinking my water, hydrating, blah, blah, blah. And then I'll start to like wind down and I'll realize this. So then I just switch to a beer and a shot. And I'll have about 2 of those, maybe 3 sometimes if the night is long. And then I go home and I don't have a headache. Oh, and my beer and my shot, you're going to call me basic. That is fine. I will have a Bud Light and a shot of Fireball. Bud Light, shot of Fireball. I started drinking this when I was 23 and it's not failed me yet. So, I mean, and occasionally if somebody buys me a shot, like that's fine. But I'm telling you, if you stick, and you don't have to stick to those drinks, but that's the formula. Insert your drinks. Stay hydrated. Wind down a little bit. Not all the way, but wind down a little bit so that you can amp back up to draw out your night. That's what I got for you. So then, we went to I think it's called Erie Abyss. It's a factory. It's scary. Yada, yada, yada. It's a haunted house. It's up in Erie, PA. We lasted 4 minutes. I'm not gonna lie. I feel bad because Keith paid $80 to get us in there. And we lasted 4 minutes. And here's what I think, and you can call me out if this sounds like a little excuse. But this is what I really think is what happened. I've never gone to a haunted house with my children. Never. We went on a haunted hayride one time, but we were surrounded by people. There was like 30 people on that wagon. So any one of them could have died before us, and I would have had plenty of time to get my kids out, right? That's my thought process, okay? Or what I think was my thought process. The other night when we went to the Erie Abyss, it was us four. It was me, Keith, and the girls. And the actors were coming at us from all sides, okay? Like, there was no chill. As soon as we hit the dark, they were on us. And I think that my brain, and I was scared because I like to be scared. It was scary. They were doing a great job. But my brain registered as that being, like, scary enough to be real, and I could not protect my kids. Does that make sense? Like, my brain put that as a real scenario, and that I could not protect my children, and therefore that is why we tapped out. Because, being completely honest, I'm the one that tapped us out. I was the one that was like, can we get out of here? Like, I'm the one that looked right at the actress and I was like, we need to tap out. We're done. And she did. Like, she got us out of there. So we walk in. Again, these actors and actresses were amazing. As soon as they started, all three of us girls were screaming at the top of our lungs. So we walk in, we go through the dark, blah, blah, blah. We come out, and immediately there is, I'm trying to remember the order in which it went. Oh yeah. Immediately we walk into this room that there is a guy in an electric chair. And it's a real actor in the fake electric chair. And as soon as my youngest, realizes that there's real people in these, you can see the trauma hit her eyes. Right? Like, you can see it. She's like watching this guy just shake up and down like he's actually being electrocuted. Okay? Cue walking into the next room where there's a woman laying on the table with a saw, like a table saw, cutting her in half from, the crotch up. Youngest realizes that is too a real person. Trauma in her eyes. Freaks the fuck out. By the way, my oldest has started screaming and has not stopped. Then, and this part is a little funny, although I would never condone, like, any action, right? We go to this one room. It looks like a little, like, what you would see in Texas Chainsaw Massacre, like their little gas station stores. That's what it looks like, right? There's, like, moldy Frosted Flakes on the wall, and then, like, meat selections, and then a creepy-ass, wild cashier lady. This cashier lady's running up to us and, like, barking words at us. She's like, "What are you doing in here? Aren't you going to buy anything?" Right? Well, my oldest, she jumped first. She was like, "Oh, shit," as soon as the lady came at her. And the lady realized that was like a point of weakness, so she kept doing it to her. Well, we're getting ready to leave the room, and the lady does it again. And I swear to God, my oldest, keep in mind, my oldest is like a softie. She's very sweet, would never hurt anybody. But I see her like roll her eyes and like clench her fist like, "Lady, if you do that one more time, I'm going to hit you." And like I said, never would I condone, one, hitting anybody, but two, hitting somebody that you went and paid them to scare you. Like, we're not those kind of people in the haunted house, okay? Like, I don't want anybody to get mixed up about that. It was just funny because my little 11-year-old was like, "Damn it, lady, you are pushing me to limits I have never been to." It was funny. It was a funny little aftermath thing to chuckle about. So then we leave that room and we go into this long hallway, right? And as soon as I'm I'm the caboose, And as soon as we come out, like this person comes out of the shadows, which that's it for me. Like, I know, you're going into a haunted house and you expect people to not come out of the shadows.